G'day. So, had a bit of break in the weather. It's been raining the last 3 days. 2 days, I guess, since Friday afternoon. But it looks like we're going to have a nice clear afternoon. So, I'm here at Lake Burley Griffin at Kingston with Malu and mate here's Ollie. And we're expecting Ethan from Ethan's Fishing Australia to be here in the not too distant future. So it's a bit of a YouTube meetup. Ethan's got a new channel. He's got 2 cool videos of fishing for carp up at Lake Gendera, one of Canberra's northern lakes. It's up in Belconnen, where which is one of the major suburban developments. And he's on his way down, so we'll meet him down here and see how we go with the afternoon. I've just got a bread bait out at the moment, about to hook up some worms. See how we go. So I'm just using night crawlers. I just bought a pack of night crawlers. Just pin it behind the saddle. And then about 2/3 of the way down the worm. I'll put 2 on. I did have a second one out. Where to go? He's made his escape by the look of it. Clever him. I'll grab another one out. I'll whack that on. So Malu's already got 2 fish on the bank. Over the other side there. Hopefully it won't be long before we get a... And there's a fish. I was just saying, hopefully it won't be long before we get one. Yeah. And I looked up and the line's tightening. Ollie, you should have stayed over this side, mate.
Yeah. Well, if you get sick of catching fish, I'll come over and start fishing from that side.
Mate, you're welcome to come and take it now.
You want the net, Andy?
Probably a good idea at this point. We know what happens when I don't.
That was one of the funniest parts of the video.
I was wetting myself laughing when I watched it. Decent slab of fish. Come on, you. Where are you off to? Gee, they're nice and silver at the moment because of the dirty water.
Mm. Yeah, well, my first one came up before I thought it was a mirror.
Oh, let go of the head a bit early there.
Nope.
This one's got an analogy to nets.
There we go. Well done.
Thank you. Well, not a bad little fish. That's what you call barely pinned. That's only just caught it there by the barest amount of skin. And I'm very lucky to have caught that. Okay, we've got a... Okay, hold the rod like this. Put your fingers up. So no, back one.
Yeah.
Okay, like that. Yeah. Now hold that against your arm there for leverage, and it becomes an extension of your arm.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Ollie's on my rod.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's still over here from last time. I was just... Okay.
Yeah, there we go. That's...
Start lifting the rod backwards. Stop winding when you're not gathering. So when you're hearing that noise, you're not gathering any line when you're winding. So what you got to do is lift the rod and wind back.
Wind it down, yeah.
Lift up, wind back down.
Got to wrestle it for a bit. This thing's...
Yeah, it's called fighting a fish for a reason.
Yeah. There we go. Oh my God.
So what a good just sized carp will do for you.
you're on as well, I think, yep.
And there you go, we're on a double up.
Double up! Oh, sorry, Ollie. I know, he's taking off. Southbound.
I'm pleased that big fish took that line. That's on a 4 kilo at least. No, keep the rod bent. You're straightening the rod as you drop it. You're dropping the tip, not the.
All right, net ready. Who's going to get the first net job?
Oh, me.
Yep.
It's only a tiny. Whoa! Bit of aerial action.
Aerial carp? What?
Oh, and now this one's taken off. You just take care of Ollie.
No, you're good.
No, I'm good.
I think this is going to be close enough.
No, you take care of Ollie. I'm
going to keep running for a while.
Now, Ollie, watch me. Ollie, watch me. I'm lifting from the back and dropping to the front. Do the same.
Here we go.
Yeah, every time this thing gets a good sunlight, it just runs.
Good.
It's one fish out of a double. So that one was on worms.
Huge one, hey?
That is a thumper. That took a while, but Andy's got his out.
I'm giving him a rest, that's why. He keeps running and then let him rest.
No, lift the rod
Go by it.
and drop it back down as you wind. And then lift it till...
Alright, I'm waiting for you. That is a thumper.
Settle yet. No,
I'm waiting here for you.
watch this. Oh, really?
Oh,
There's no point in taking them out.
yeah.
It's an artificial lake. They're an introduced species.
Ah,
They're the only fish, them and redfin
Yeah.
are the only fish that spawn in the lake.
oh, okay.
Without them, the golden perch and the cod starve, as do all the cormorants, the pelicans, and everything else.
Yeah.
So we can remove the carp.
Yeah.
DPI estimates 2% angler impact on carp every year.
Okay.
2%.
Wow.
We'll be rid of carp at never at that rate. So
Interesting.
there's no point in taking them out. It's only gratuitous killing, and I refuse outright just to
Yeah.
kill something because reasons.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay.
Give me a good reason to kill it.
All right, yeah.
I'm quite happy to knock it on the head.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll take fish for a feed, I'll take fish for the garden,
Do you-
whatever.
Are they a good feed?
I don't eat fish myself, but
right.
if someone else wants a feed, yeah.
Okay.
And we've got a friend, Damien and I fish with a Vietnamese guy who takes
Yeah.
most of the carp that we
Yeah.
catch, and they
So
they
you
do it with
a lot-
lemon. Sorry?
You do it a lot here?
Oh yeah, yeah. This is my 4th time down here this week.
Oh, right.
Caught this would be probably about the 20th or 30th
So
carp that
they
we've got this week down
don't,
here.
they don't do that much damage to
They don't do as much damage as most people would like to believe they do. They, when you think about it, in England and Europe, they live in clear water.
Yeah.
They're blamed for dirt muddying our water.
Yeah, yeah.
This mud in the water here is nothing to do with carp.
No, I didn't think
It's
it would be.
crystal clear some
Yeah.
days, you know, the lake.
Yeah, yeah.
And yet there's
That's
still the
amazing.
same number of carp.
Yeah.
Other days it's green. That's
Yes.
not carp, that's
No.
blue-green algae, or it's just straight up algae or diatoms,
Yeah.
which come from excess of nutrients.
Yes,
Again, carp aren't to
exactly.
blame for that.
No.
The number of carp that you'd need in the water to produce that much excess nutrient
Yeah.
for that much algal growth,
Yeah.
you'd be able to walk across their backs.
Yeah.
It's some of the stories that are growing up about carp in this country are
Yeah.
absolutely phenomenal, and they're backed on things like the Department of Primary Industry's fact sheets,
Yeah.
which, you know,
Yeah.
then you read through it and you start thinking, there's a lot of maybes and there's a lot of could be's and
Yeah.
there's a lot of possiblies in there, but there's no, they definitely do this and
Yeah.
they're factually shown to do that.
Yeah, yeah.
There's none of that.
No.
It's all just, they might do this or they've been implicated in doing that.
Yeah.
But they leave out all the things like big farming,
Yeah.
mining, water harvesting,
Fascinating.
lack of flow,
Yeah.
lack of flooding,
Wow.
and all the rest of the impacts on our natives.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's all just completely glossed over and left out.
Oh, that's good.
And therefore,
That they're not.
people have got this
Yeah.
really, really mistaken
Yes.
impression of carp.
Right.
And it goes down to, I get yelled at all the time, oh, you're not allowed to let them go. And it's like, yeah, I am.
Yeah.
It doesn't say anywhere in my regulations that I can't. In fact, it says if I let them go,
Yeah.
it must be done in the place I've captured them. I can't transport them between waterways,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I'm quite legally allowed to let them go.
Fascinating.
But you wouldn't, every trip I get at least one person telling me, oh, you're not allowed to do that, that's illegal.
See,
Okay, well, we've just been joined by Ethan from Ethan Fishing Australia. I'll leave a link up on the channel. He's got some good videos happening, so it's a bit of a YouTube catch-up. I fished with both Ethan and Damien before now. And yeah, so having an absolute ball so far.
Was that lady having a crack or shit?
No, she was just asking. She said that you couldn't put them back, and so I chucked it back in front of her, and then I explained to her why I did, and by the time I, explained a couple of things to her, she was like, oh yeah, okay, I get that. As most people are, they just go on the public perception of, oh, you can't do this, but...
Just a bit of
Thank you.
like a semicircle on the end of the drain and then off the edge. Andy can explain it to you probably better than I will.
What's happening is basically the fresh from the rains pushing out of the drain here. You can see this semicircle here of green water before it gets to the brown water on the edge. That's pushing out, and then that'll push down under the muddy water, forming like a bubble underneath there where the carp will be feeding because they feel safe in the just out there. The carp feel safe under the muddy water, and they're watching for stuff to get washed out of the drain in the flow and drop out of the water. As it comes over the lip, it slows down, and so stuff falls out of the water. That's why they're hanging just off the front here. And you'll find plenty of Goldens and Redfin off here too, yeah. I got busted up twice last week by Goldens. At least I'm assuming they were Goldens. If they weren't Goldens, they were cod.
Cod?
Yeah, one of the two.
Uh-oh, not photos, videos.
Oh, shit.
Oh, wait. What the bloody hell's going on there?
Oh, it got caught through the other line and then through the hook.
Are you on?
No, I was on, but it got caught through the other line, ran through the other line, and while I was sorting out that, it spat it. We're on to a second here. It's actually the third, I just dropped that one. Jumping around. Nah, it's good, I got these. I always had them, I just sometimes don't bother. So that's on unweighted worms again.
You're 7 what?
Oh, come on in.
I'm actually looking at getting an older one probably. Just as a second. So I can have it.
Oh, stop that! On Mo Tackle at the moment, on the reverse auction, they've got a couple of GoPros.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think it's a 6. I think the 7's gone, or it might be a 7 silver.
Price?
It just goes down every day. Oh!
Came off, quick release.
That's why we leave the bail home open, kids. So Ethan's just got onto a nice fish. He's just about lost a rod getting it. Leave the bail arm open. It's the best advice I can give.
It's a nice little one.
Because you don't want to lose a rod. Okay, just gonna mix up a bit of ground bait here. Burley, whatever you want to call it. Oh no, that's right. That's it. So I got some breadcrumbs. Some oats, porridge oats, nothing fancy, just rolled oats. These are quick oats. Tip some oats in there. Open up the breadcrumbs. Pour them in. Nothing scientific about it, just whacking amounts. About that much and about that much. Bit of sweet corn. It's getting a bit nice and moist in there. Might have to add a little bit more later, but for now,
increase burleying
just use the water out of the corn. And then a bit of the old Coles brand.
Get him in close.
Oh, cat food. There you go. Look at that.
Yeah, cat food's a good.
Yeah, take that over there.
Tuna. Lovely.
Yeah, Sammy, I'm not going to be much longer either.
Now, it'd be nice not to have to mix this with my hand. So, grab a stick. Whoops. Oops. Don't treat him that. Yeah, I was just about to say, it probably won't last long. So I'll just use my hands. Ollie, this rod here, can you do something about him? No. Obviously it was a nothing. Okay, so you may notice I didn't get it too wet. I don't want it too wet. I just want it to be able to hold its shape when I form a ball. I make balls like that, and then I'll just chuck that out, and that'll break up as it falls through the water. And really all it is flavouring.
Thanks, Andy.
Burley bomb.
Appreciate it, kid.
Thank you.
Hopefully this will stir something up, because they're being a bit quiet. So just got another little
Ready. Yeah, they love
nice ready. Just after I burleyed up, that moved it. Bunch of worms right down the back of his throat. I might lose this hook. Anyone want it ready for dinner?
Yeah, Damo.
You want him for dinner?
Let's see.
I'm just trying to decide whether I lose this hook or whether someone's going to have this for dinner.
Maybe one day.
You lost your appetite, Damo. I thought you were going to get readies.
I was.
Ow. Nah. There goes the hook. And I dare say someone's going to have him for dinner. Oh no. Up.
For you.
There you go.
Not too bad either.
So Ethan's just gotten on to another fish. After a bit of a lull. It's a decent sized fish too.
Not really making a run now either.
Nothing huge, but still good fun.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
So Ethan's Fishing Australia, link down below. Jump over and check him out. Only got a couple of videos up now, but we all started somewhere, and
No, I got nothing. You can do whatever you want to do with it.
he's keen and talented, so I'm sure you'll see plenty more from him over the next while.
Nah, just the tails come straight through. No, not bad. No, you can go at all.
So it looks like this Burley's stirred things up a little bit. We've got a carp and a redfin since it went out. I usually don't use it, I just mixed it up to show how I would do a burley if I was to use one, but looks like it's at least helped out.
Thank you. No worries.
Maybe.
Too polite, everybody took advantage of it.
Well,
So we've caught Andy's fish.
fish that I dropped, that I busted off on
What a
the
greedy
wall earlier when I was trying to lip grip it,
I can't believe that.
has just come along and eaten Ethan's hook. So
hook in it.
That's my fish that I lost, and Ethan just got him. So, just goes to show.
Yeah, take your hook.
Losing a fish doesn't mean
You won't catch it.
that you're not going to catch that same fish, because that is guaranteed. My hook and my leader, which I just retied.
I can't believe that.
The black swans are in for a feed, even if the fish aren't. At least we've got some good company there. Must be something good down there. You know what they're grazing on there? You know what they're eating down there?
What?
That'd be a handful of burley that they're in.
Oh, that we put out for the fish,
Yeah.
not the swans.
Yeah.